Hey everybody, this is Delta from Paul Productions. Today I'm going to do a little gear review here on something that's really not survival, related. And well, it is, but not in the sense of most of my gear reviews, which are normally, backpacks and stuff you'd usually carry on yourself. It's not to say you can't, but this right here is a thermacell. It is basically a bug repellent. It's not something you apply to your skin. Basically, it runs off of these little butane cartridges. Sorry for pulling it away from you. That are inserted into the back side of it. In front here is a little wafer that slides into here. Let me see if I can push it up for you so you can see it. There. And that wafer, sorry about that, that wafer is what has the repellent on it. Basically what it is there's an ignition system in here that ignites behind here, heats this up, heats the pad up, the pad releases the chemical. Alright, now that you got a little bit about that, I'll show you how it works and stuff here in a sec. Basically you could pick this up anywhere, any sporting goods store, China Mart, Walmart, xyz.com or whatever. Normal prices are anywhere from low to mid-teens all the way up to the $30 range. Alright, and of course you can buy the super uber tactical OD green carrying case for it if you want. It does come in handy though. Like I said, I really don't use this on many of my backpacking trips because one, I don't like humping the extra weight, but when I'm hunting, this thing works wonders, and the strap really does good for being able to hang it off the side of the tree stand or strap it to a tree next to me. Which comes to why I'm doing a review of this. For the longest time I actually used to shrug these. Everybody I knew that I hunted with down here in the southeast of Idaho always had them and said how great they worked. Me, nah, gotta be stubborn, hard-headed, gotta rub on all the no scent special $10 an ounce mosquito repellent and tick repellent, put the Permaron on your clothes and whatever other kind of keep the bugs off me remedy with about 17 pounds of mosquito netting around you at the same time. Finally I got sick of doing that because one, I got tired of having to apply chemicals to myself, and two, I just don't like the chemicals of being on me or on my clothing, and just being a little bit worried about the scent factor of it all. So I started using these. I was really worried that it would spook the game, but it didn't. There's a video I put up a little bit over a year ago, probably about 2 years ago. It's called Food. I think it's called like Survival Food ? And it shows some deer come right up to a couple does come up to my tree stand. This thing was actually sitting on the floor of the tree stand operating the whole time, and they had their wind to the nose and they walked right up to me and didn't even care about it, which everybody used to tell me that and I would not believe them. So it does work. It has a limited radius. Usually if it's sitting here right here in front of the camera now and we were outside and the mosquitoes were swarming around, there'd be a good probably about a 10-foot area around us where nothing would want to be. It takes a couple minutes for it to get rolling, but once it does, it really does work. Like I said, I booed about them and didn't want to use one for the longest time until I did, and pretty much I'm sold on them. Recharge, you can buy the recharge packs like the butane and the wafers in separate quantities. You'll go through the butane a lot faster than you will these wafers. They'll say, oh, the wafers, you can use them for this and you got to throw them out. I've had a wafer sitting here. This one's actually from last year's hunting season, and I could probably put this in right now and it'd work just as fine. Like I said, I haven't had a problem with them. Plus, when you buy a refill pack, you get like one butane cartridge and like 3 of these. Well, if you're going through these faster than these, and do the math, you end up with a lot of these. You can buy these though in like a 3 or 4 pack. They're not cheap. It's pretty cheap. It's like usually under $10. So, but basically, to operate it, you would get your brand new shiny wafer. You would take it. You would insert it in here. See, that's why this little fancy thing comes right there. It's in there now. And your butane cartridge is right here in the back. This, when you to change it, you got to pull everything off. The case slides over, put the butane in, put your case back on. It's good to go. There's two controls on the front of it, an off button and an on button. So to turn it on, you'd go on, and I believe there's enough fuel in here to get it light. There's an indicator at the top here that will show that it's lit, and basically it's like a little piezo igniter, like your barbecue grill. And I believe I may be out of fuel, and I am. So that's how you do a review, guys. So if you ever want to do one, you make sure all your stuff ain't working, so that way you can really get people to go out and buy it. But I'm not going to put a new cartridge in, because I don't plan on using this anytime soon, at least for the next couple of months until I start doing my summer hikes. But pretty much with a fresh butane cartridge, or even one that's got just a little bit in it, you can actually turn around. It's like usually 1 or 2 clicks. You'll actually hear it ignite just like a little butane cigarette lighter. You'll hear that whoosh, and you'll actually see right here in this little viewing hole that there will be a little glow. And what it is, it basically heats this up. So on that note, you don't want to sit there after it's been in the bottom of your tree stand, or beside underneath your tarp, or sitting by you while you're out in the woods, and go ahead and grab it like this, because it will burn you. So you want to be careful of that. Overall, the cartridges last anywhere from 6 to 8 hours that I've seen. So I mean, it's really not that bad. And it's, like I said, it saves you from having to apply all kinds of chemicals to yourself, and let alone if you got little kids. They do make other types of thermacells as well, so you can look for those. Look like nice little camping lanterns, and all that goody junk, and you set them on the table, and 5 minutes later, boom, no bugs. At least no flying insects. It doesn't, of course, get rid of ticks and zombies and all that other good stuff. So, but if you want to have an insect repellent that you don't have to apply to yourself or your little ones, this would be the way to go. And like I said, I boo-hooed them for the longest time, for 3 or 4 years, and I finally got this one about 4 years ago and started using it. And I take it every time I'm out hunting. So excuse me. And I'll probably go with me on a couple of my summer hikes this summer if I do any lightweight stuff, just because the bugs will be real bad down here. So go out, get yourself thermacell. Don't be bent by any more bugs. Get all that flying West Nile emphysema type 27A T virus or whatever that's going to be floating around this summer that they'll probably come up with. So head on over to survivalpreparedness.com. Check us out. Get in on the monthly contest in the that we run on the forums, and just like a forum that has no BS, guys. Just show up, check it out. Thanks for the views. If you have any questions about any of this, go ahead and send them on over. I'll try to answer them for you. Till then, I'm Delta, and thanks again for watching.